Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are playing Adventures in the Fleet, where we left off last time. Boom. Everyone met. They had their meeting with an individual named Balder. They found out what his own organization, if we can really say that, is like what he's been trying to do. Lara and Chris and Jack all met another wonderful. Could you describe her, Lyra?
Me?
Yeah.
Describe her, Lyra.
Yeah, she's about like 4'2" and
No,
300
okay.
pounds.
No.
Oh.
No.
That must-
Crazy eye.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you wrote in your diary. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's all here. So.
yeah, so this individual's name is Evie.
Yes.
She's actually the shop keeps one of his daughters, and she works for the Emerald Empress. Last time you talked about while you're looking at this place to be talking to her about what the Emerald Empress has for possibilities of help. You also talked about plan of like pretty much setting up food poisoning to set up a few days that the guards and everyone would be messed up. Jack still has her brooch that she cast light on at times. And we ended the session right when Caris handed out the potions, and one of which had a darker something in it. But during this last session, Evie was definitely kind of making the moves on Caris, and Lyra was definitely noticing and not appreciating it. And Jack noticed this whole thing as was watching it from a distance, just trying to stay out of it, but he played his liar, tried to help. But right now they're in a... What was that?
Try to shift the balance in Lyra's favor, but I did what I could.
Yep. So you are in a 10-foot circle room, so you guys are kind of packed in the center. There are 5 doors around you, one of which is busted in, and straight across from that there's a blackened like shape of a human against the wall, and that door with the busted is open. And you you investigated and saw that there was footprints in the dust of roughly the same size as Edgar and Edmund that went in there and out.
Okay, this is the room the boys were talking about.
Do you have any insight into this room? Their big sister?
I'm going to turn that off for a little bit and see how we do. I know about the same amount that you do. They found the location and came back with a lot of paper and some ink. It's about all they really talked about.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a look around.
Inside the room?
Yeah.
Going in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am going in the room, yes.
Okay. Before you enter, looks like a bunch of like bookshelves. Yeah, so just kind of like a rows of bookshelves from the entrance.
Okay.
So before you enter or before you roll anything, I kind of want you to have the visual of that.
Okay. There's books on the bookshelves.
Now you can roll.
Okay. Okay. So that'd be 19.
19
Yes.
for your perception.
Yes.
Doesn't seem to be any books on the bookshelves
Okay.
from as far as you can see. That's pretty high. So that's as you're walking in, you're kind of looking back and forth. It does look like the bookshelves themselves. It looked like there was a wooden band that would
Mhm.
have held them in, and most of those are broken.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Seems like all the books got taken or something.
Yeah, the substance that left the shape of that splatted the other person against the wall, and that we see the footprints of the boys. Is it like ash? Is it
Do you go to?
So-
Do you actually go to look at that burn mark on the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't want to touch nothing just yet, but I just kind of want to see what I can see with my eyes. But I want to observe whatever that shape is on the wall.
You can do an investigation or an arcana.
Okay, I am going to do a investigation.
Already splitting the party up. Nice. I like to hear that.
We're not that far away.
Yeah.
Right. Look, just take a look.
Let's split up, gang.
It sounds like a great idea.
I learned nothing from Scooby Doo.
It always works out nice.
So he needs a Shaggy or he needs a Scooby Doo. Yeah, he needs a
I got
Scooby Doo.
I got
You have
my
an 8?
companion
Yeah.
collar. My
Okay.
companion.
Yeah, you got an 8. You're like, you're like, oh, I really shouldn't touch that. You're like looking around like that, and right before you kind of get closer, you like feel kind of a breath like right by your right behind your right ear. Like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And it's Evie.
Okay. What? Do you know something I don't, Madame?
Well, they didn't make it,
Yeah.
and she
yeah,
just turns
true,
around.
true. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna touch anything. I promise.
I'm gonna put that as he promised something.
Okay. We'll see.
So as you're walking in, there are row upon row. You're going past. Like, how are you going into the center of the room or to the far wall of the room?
Let me check out the center of the room first.
Okay. You go. You keep looking left and right, and those bookshelves look like they go like 20, 30 feet that way and that way. So you're in a pretty big room. The ceiling isn't much higher than the bookshelves, and the bookshelves are like a little over 8 feet tall. But you go to the center of the room, and you're over 20 shelves in, and you can see that there's with your 19. I'm gonna have that kind of follow through. You can see that there's an area with desks.
Okay.
And that the far wall doesn't have any bookshelves or anything, but it looks like there's something on the wall.
Okay.
Does anyone do anything else? Like, what do you do? Are you still standing in the center of the...
I'm basically tracking the boys, and when I enter,
she would have walked on there.
on their tracks.
Yeah.
And totally messed them up.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm following in behind her,
And watching that?
but I'm crouched to an approximate size of a young elvish boy.
To see kind of what they would see?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an investigation, and Evie would be helping you. So you get advantage.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
These are bad
Oh.
dice.
Get rid of those.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was
That's
higher.
better.
It was actually a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, investigation.
A lot of help
That's-
Evie is, huh?
That's 8.
Yeah, she's distracting you.
Huh?
See, I'm beneficial to
Yeah,
the
you-
party.
But Lyra, you turn around and she's way too close to him.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. So
I would like to look at the desks.
okay. So you walk and you go to. There's one to the right and there's one to the left.
Okay. We'll go to the right first.
You go to the right.
Yes.
Okay. Are you just looking at it, or are you actually kind to
I
move
wanna-
things around and like investigate it?
Yeah,
or
I
you-
want to try to, like, see if there's any secret compartments or anything, or feel under the drawers if there's any drawers. Yes, Jack, do you have a question?
I'm sticking close to you guys, by the way. I don't want to be by myself. I just realized everybody's going this way. I'm going back with everybody very quickly.
You're
Okay.
like running past.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if you could roll me an investigation.
Okay. Uh-huh. 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're walking up to this desk and you're like, it's kind of tilted
Mm.
up like this, and let's see, that's you got a 16. So the you're like, okay, and then there's this area that must be from where there should be like an inkwell,
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking around. There's no compartments or anything like that, but you go under. The way that it's constructed, it's got it's beautiful, like dark grained wood that, and you're just kind of following it down, and you're seeing something underneath the desk itself, and your hand can barely fit,
Okay.
and you kind of flay your fingers out,
Mhm.
and you feel like a feather. Oh, it's like a quill or something. You start moving it closer to you, and you're like, oh, there's paper too. And so you kind of, you're totally on the ground
Mhm.
in the dust. Your arm is totally to the back of the wall, and you swipe
Yeah,
like a cat
trying to-
swiping. And you're doing that. You're
Yeah,
doing that.
uh-huh.
And once that feather kind of pops out, it goes straight up like this, and just starts.
Ooh.
And then the three rolled pieces of paper kind of
Mhm.
roll out behind it.
Oh. Okay. Guys, I think I found something here.
And on either side of both of the desks, there are kind of like a vase or an urn, roughly waist high,
Okay.
and they're different shades of gray with like strange black patterns on them
Mhm.
that just look like it's art style.
Okay.
And the what do you and Evie do and Jack do? Because that would take her a little while to get her arm
And that's the
thing.
farthest back wall.
farthest back
It
wall,
shoots off.
and she went to the right.
Okay. So I guess I'll say be careful with those, Lyra. And I'll walk off to the left.
I was
So this-
concerned for you.
Oh. This feather's just floating in the air?
It's a quill, and it's like trying to write.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of doing the exact same pattern because it seems to be dry.
Oh, okay.
Chris, you said you went to the left tunnel. You said be
Yes.
careful, and then you went to the left one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You can roll a perception or investigation, whichever you're wanting to do. And Evie would be helping you. And Jack, are you just kind of like in the center, like looking at both? You're like,
I feel like I should stay with Lyra just in case something goes down, because he's got Evie over there, and I'll stay with her. And I have my little I haven't given it back, but her little light
Oh.
necklace, and
That-
I'm kind of looking around.
that doesn't have light on it. You're,
Oh,
just,
it doesn't?
you're just holding a brooch, and you're kind of, you naturally started to get your blanket up before you entered the room, and you're like, I can see in here. There's a strange light coming from the ceiling, like the entire ceiling.
Oh god. Okay.
Hmm.
And the light's kind of like it's just emanating from the ceiling like a.
Are you looking at it, kind of like figuring out what it is?
Yeah. See, I'm kind of like, what is going on?
Okay,
over here?
roll
But
a
he was in the
perception.
physical first, right?
Roll a perception. What was your number?
Okay.
20 for investigation.
20 for investigation.
Not
Splendid.
natural.
Yeah. Okay. All right. roll your
Okay.
perception. So as you and Evie are like rubbing shoulders, checking out this desk is not tilted like the other one, and this one definitely has some stacks of paper on it. And with your 20 investigation, you would have noticed that there was some little feet going around, and with that, you can definitely tell that they grabbed stacks. There's stacks of paper, like stacked on the ground next to it that they must have grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
But there are totally clean pages with like a stone on it that like a paperweight to make sure it doesn't blow away or anything like that. And you if you could just roll me a d20 and just let me know what the number is.
7.
7. Okay. Evie kind of looks and tilts her head, and then puts her arm underneath the nearest bookshelf and pulls like a journal of some sort, and of course like lightly touches you on the shoulder, like petting your arm to hand it over to you.
Okay. Does it resemble the paper writings that we've
It's
found?
the exact same paper that is all around.
Okay.
And on the edge of it, it says experiment notebook number 3456B. And it is kind of like bent in half, like it was kicked and like underneath the nearest bookshelf. But this desk is, other than that, there's no extra drawers or anything like that. What did you roll, Jack?
17.
17. You're looking up. Oh, it's the sky.
Oh.
It's like you look up and it's kind of like there's like a blue sky and clouds, and then as you're walking, it like gets to like the perfect reading light.
Weird.
Like as you started walking in, it was like daylight. And then where you guys are above your heads is like the night sky. And so as you're walking in, Jack, you're looking up. Oh, cool. There's only one moon.
Okay.
And I'd have you roll a nature now.
Okay. Yes. But there's more than one moon where we're at.
There is.
But my guy, being a genius and rolling a 6, naturally thinks, what?
Well, he screwed that up. He's like,
Oh, okay.
well, you're a bard. You have to have something that you can. There's something you can add something to.
Reliable talent?
Yeah,
or whatever is
something
it?
like that. That if you're not proficient in it, you should be able to do something, right?
Oh, there's.
Is it expertise?
Yeah, expertise, but it's ones that you. Oh yeah. Is double your proficiency bonus double for ability uses. Oh wait, no, that is.
Well,
You
no,
can
I
add
thought-
have your
I
proficiency
had something else.
bonus rounded down, so I get a +1 to that already. I get a 7.
Okay, 7. But you rolled so high in your. That just doesn't. Okay. Is your history better?
My history, yeah, my history is +3 versus +1 nature, so that give me another 2, so it'd be up to like a 9.
Mine's better, but not all like.
Oh no. Just let my character live in ignorance.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. Like, would Jack ask about it, or he's like, ah, whatever.
I mean, I would. I'm in this scenario, which could be potentially very, very dangerous. So any kind of anything, any details, I would like to like verify with everybody else. So I would imagine, Lyra, look, the sky, isn't that crazy? As she's saying the quill, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, you're like I imagine you're like kind of kneeling there, and you've got these 3 scrolls that you just got out, and then this quill is just kind of.
So you want me to roll a history or a nature?
It can be a history or a nature. Because as he kind of comes up behind you, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what's up with that?
I don't know either. It's a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
You're both just kind of staring up.
Huh.
You're like,
Strange.
you're just like, that's weird.
Mhm.
Something feels amiss.
Yep. Do you
Okay.
open the notebook and start reading it?
I'm looking at the desk.
Okay.
I'm assuming it has drawers. No drawers.
There's a
Just
simple-
a flat top. Okay.
It's just literally like a table.
Okay.
And this one does not have a area for a quill or an inkwell.
Okay. So just writings, and it was kicked under. Okay, so the desk.
The desk would be like in front of you, and to
Okay.
your left is the nearest bookshelf,
Okay.
which is about 5-6 feet away, and that's where it was. The notebook was kicked under.
Okay.
But with that, you had a 20 investigation. You're like, okay, it's just a table. You even put your head underneath, and someone smirks at you. But you kind of glance over in the wall, because you've got the 2 desks, one on either side, and that big wall there.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice that there is a mural on the wall.
Okay. I'll go look at the mural.
Okay. And you're just carrying the notebook with you?
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
I have to ask.
You have to ask.
The group.
Oh, I thought you were just specifically Evie, which is that's a very unhealthy relationship already.
No.
Okay. And actually you looked in the urn to the right of the desk, and there's like a crooked stick in it.
A crooked stick.
Yeah, about you long.
Okay.
Good. And
Gathering my information.
And you look over at them, and they're kind of looking up at the light projecting moon.
No, that's Oh my. You gotta get another dice.
What did you roll?
3.
Did you ask Evie about it?
Huh? No, I'm just concerned about why they're both looking up.
Okay.
No! No!
None of us know what
Back to the mural.
Okay, so above the mural, like you're looking at it, it looks kind of like gibberish,
Mm-hmm.
but then you blink a little bit, and then it goes to Sylvan.
Okay.
And it says, journeys begin with a single step. And then as you're reading it, it looks like the hills and the ocean and stuff on the mural are moving, like you're moving into it. Then you're moving past castles. And then there's like clouds moving overhead, and it's all in a mural as you're moving. There's a signpost that's kind of stops right about here, and then there's a single person standing there that looks very similar to you, and that Evie steps next to you, and then another person kind of appears.
What's on the signpost?
See it closer and look at it?
Yeah.
Same thing that it says up farther above. Wait, no. It says, you are here, and there's a dot. Sorry. It's waving back at you.
Jack?
Yeah.
And it's like,
You want to come take a look at this?
Yeah, sure.
So you look up, and it looks like gibberish kind of written above, and you kind of blink a little bit, and then it says in common, journeys begin with a single step. Then as you're looking at the mural, you're like moving over hills or ocean, and there's castles and other things moving, and then there's like a road, and you're standing right next to, and there's an individual that is standing next to someone that looks like Chris and Evie, and there's a signpost right next to him that says, "You are here."
What-
And we see all that on the mural take place. Like I saw that, they all saw what I just saw as well, the same exact thing.
Not at the same time though.
Not at the same time though. Okay.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Wait,
Um,
wait, what? No, wait. What are you seeing?
I saw rolling hills and castles and everything speed past, and now I'm standing on a road, and I see somebody who looks like you, and I see somebody who looks like Evie, and then I see an unknown individual standing to the side, and a sign above that says "You are here."
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
Can we make any details of the individual standing next to them?
The closer you look, it looks like you.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's me. Okay. So, oh yeah, okay. I don't know why I imagine myself being the person in the mural. Okay, yeah, it's me. Okay, it's us.
But
You haven't touched this thing, have you?
no,
Yeah.
you don't touch.
Okay.
You don't just touch things.
I know. I was asking. Have we ever heard of anything like this? A mural or Arcana even close to something like this?
You'd have to roll an Arcana.
Ooh. Okay.
Good
I'll
luck.
roll one. I would imagine. Are you guys assisting me? Are we all thinking together, or am I alone in thinking of this thing?
Well, I'm thinking of like stuff I saw, but it was just a ship. It was just a ship.
You zoned
I'm
into that
gonna-
part.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm like, this isn't.
It wasn't the same ship. It looks a lot
This
older.
So okay, so a different guy painted this.
And Lyra, you're just kind of over there holding these 3 scrolls.
Yeah.
And this, did you pick up the quill?
Yeah.
Once you pick it up, it just stops moving.
And you said there is a spot for an inkwell on the
Mhm.
desk, but there's no inkwell there,
Correct.
right? Okay.
And I'm not even going to have you roll, but this room has been ransacked.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, that would have been a lot of time taking all the books out.
Yeah. Okay.
Lyra,
Yes.
you wanna come see what we're seeing?
Get over here.
Okay.
So as you're looking at the mural above it, like it looks like gibberish,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes into your native tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Journeys begin with a single step. And then as you're reading it, it starts off, you're walking over hills. You're taking a trip over the seas, going through over mountains. Castles are moving by, clouds are moving overhead, and you're stopping at a crossroads. And there's a signpost. There's you, Chris, Jack, and Evie all standing there, and there's a sign that says "You are here," with a dot.
So we're in this painting.
I guess.
But we're not in it. We're seeing ourselves in the painting. Like we didn't like step into it like picture of Dorian Gray or anything, right? Like we're just watching it.
You're just you're standing like
mean-
5 feet from it.
We could try
Okay.
Try what?
Good.
stepping into the painting. Evie, why don't you volunteer to test it out? I'm sure that would be really helpful to our group, and Chris would really appreciate that.
Okay. Well, Chris can enjoy the view then. She starts stepping forward, and she just kind of puts your foot forward and touches and starts going through with her foot.
Oh no.
I start moving forward.
Okay. And she just steps through the wall.
And what happens to her picture on there?
It disappears.
Disappears.
And I step through.
Okay. His picture disappears. So it's just you and Jack, once again in a room.
Do we see anything else on this mural? Any other? It's saying "You are here." Is there any other like locational knowledge or anything that we can pick from it? It's just what you described. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. You're like,
Well, gosh dang it, Jack.
Yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
guess we gotta go through this painting too.
18.
18. Okay.
Or
I grab my lyre and do a little twang, the little jig, and then I run and jump in.
Wait, you just jump?
No, I don't jump. No, I just like I meant that like I go in it with like.
It's a figurative leap of faith.
Okay.
Figurative
okay.
Yeah,
leap.
leap of faith. Yes.
Okay, because all right, and then you're the last one
Yeah.
to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just step through,
Mm-hmm.
and Evie is like standing super close to Chris, trying to put her hand like around his back to like on his side. With your 18, you would have been able to hit it away if you wanted to.
I am.
Okay. Okay.
Not now.
Okay. The room is it is far darker, and so Jack, when you step foot, it is totally black. But once your second foot hits, there's like these blue lights that just kind of pop on going down a hallway. That's not one of mine, I don't think. We're hearing a dog. Sorry.
I thought I heard atmospheric music or some kind of thing. But I was like, oh no.
There's a helicopter and
Yeah.
a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to. And you had gotten a 20 investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And then once that hallway looks like it's maybe 70 some feet long before a single door. And then so there's, let's see here, the lights, the brick pattern is definitely different. Like, it's not, it's consistent sized bricks. So it's like 6 inches wide by about 2.5
Okay.
high, and the mortar joints are really, really tight.
Okay.
And there does look like there are alcoves, and the lights are roughly every 20 some feet. So in between, there's a smaller alcove.
And can we see into the first set of alcoves?
You'd have to kind of go up.
Okay. Okay. The boys didn't say anything about this.
So,
They didn't go that far.
guys, are we in the tunnels or is this some other dimension, you think?
There was some tomfoolery outside, and then I think passing through this threshold. I mean, let's just. Man, we just gotta keep our eyes open. We could be anywhere.
Who's Tom?
Expression from back home. It's alright. Yeah.
But there's no one outside, right?
No.
Okay.
Just- yeah. Foolish. Interesting things are happening. I'm sorry. I'm just using my vernacular.
Okay. Well, but keep an eye out if there is people.
I will.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You didn't see anybody?
No.
Okay.
Is there anything we could like throw? I feel like I just want to like throw out stuff. I feel like it's way too. I don't know. I feel very vulnerable right now. Should we like test out, like throw out pieces? Let me see if I have anything to throw out. That's like.
You got.
Is this a dumb idea
temperatures?
before I do this?
Yeah.
Just making sure. If you want to throw something out, you can look for something.
Yeah. Like if there's maybe a small, if there's rock or any kind of thing on the ground, I can
Yeah.
use the.
Roll an
Maybe.
investigation, and since you were kind of talking about it, Evie starts help. So you have advantage, and if anybody else helps, it would be extra bonuses.
Okay. Okay, I got a 20 on that one plus
Nice.
investigation. So
Cool.
plus
You
3.
you go to the right, and you're kind of up against the wall, like hoping that there's like some chunks of stone. And you're like, oh, cool. There's definitely like some rocks down there, and you're picking them up. You're picking up more than one, and one of them has, like, is that a like spider silk? No, that's a chain. You just picked up a necklace with a little stone at the end of it.
Whoa. Okay. Is there anything, any kind of interesting like bits of information I can get from it? Is there any like, scrawls of anything, any language, anything on it, or is it just a blank, like, necklace?
It's the chain itself looks more like platinum.
Okay.
The stone, kind of, the lighting in here is a little odd because it's like blue.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, you can't tell if it's really light blue or like a white, strange, like a teardrop shaped pearl. And the way it's attached is like it doesn't have a big housing around it. It's just like it's just attached at the top, hanging
Okay.
down. Do you investigate it to actually just itself to see about? You can roll it like a investigation or an arcana, and you're
Okay.
doing it with advantage because Evie.
Yeah, I'd be showing everybody this
Yeah,
what I
you're like,
found.
Look at this, dude.
Whoa, cool. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna investigate this thing, see if I
Okay.
can get any more information
Okay.
from. And you said with advantage of this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 17 plus 3, 20, and then you said if they're helping too, it was like a couple points, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So it's like 22.
Awesome. Was that an investigation?
That was investigation.
It has super small like runes, like inscribed within like a small vein inside of the stone.
Hmm.
Okay.
And with that high enough investigation, I'll just actually count that towards your like an Arcana. Then you kind of like Evie's kind of over your. She's too close of a hoverer, and you're right next to her, and like there's a necklace that's hanging that looks exactly like hers. It matches.
Oh, and I show her. I'm like, so you would know what this is, right?
Yeah, that's a. It's an amulet of greater invisibility.
Ooh, dang. Okay. Wow.
And she holds hers up, and she's like, I can sacrifice a little bit of myself and cast greater invisibility like twice a day.
Sacrifice a bit of yourself.
In game terms, that would be you sacrifice a hit dice.
Oh, okay, and that's like, but you get it back after like a rest, or is that gone?
After a rest, you get half your number of hit dice back after a night's rest.
Okay. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that seems. If nobody has any of their complaints, well, I'm not the sneakiest person here, so
that gives you advantage automatically.
Yeah. So that's true. So.
Yeah.
And it's greater invisibility. So the difference is that you can cast spells and attack and still be invisible.
Oh, wow. That's
cool.
Very useful. Well, I think I'll just be holding on to this for a little bit.
It does take attunement, so.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll keep it with me, and I guess take the time to get it attuned properly later on, or however long it takes later. Yeah. So I have some of these other stones in my hand. Is anybody adverse to me like throwing a couple of these out there just to see what happens, just to make sure?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna lob. I'm gonna do like a little stone throw down to the first alcove.
Okay, to the first alcove. Let's do a. Yeah. That'd be it. I won't even have you roll. You just throw it and it just. It's the longest 15, 20 seconds. And like Evie's still right next to you. I think we're okay.
Okay. And she's like right on me.
Yes.
She's in her personal space. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And then you turn your head and she's like totally gone and right by Curtis already. Like, how do you move that fast?
Girl freaks me out. Okay. So.
Okay. I'm going to start moving forward after I see him throw the rock then.
Okay. The hallway is like 15 feet wide. I didn't say that part.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
And I'll peer into the first alcove.
Okay. You go to the right or to the left?
No, center, left, right.
Yeah, which one are you
crossing this? Left first.
Okay, the alcove to the left, there is a sculpture of a man in robes with a super long beard, like going past his belt, and he's holding a orb and a staff, and he's kind of looking up at an angle. And there's, do you get closer to it to look at it, or are you just looking from a distance?
I'm just looking from a distance.
Okay, just roll me a perception. 10? There's writing at the bottom of it.
Okay, I will try to move closer, but like I'm pieing off a room going into the room, so the alcove edge. I'm gonna try to get closer to it while
Okay.
I can still jump behind the.
Okay, so you're kind of peeking around almost? Okay. Roll a... Oh, gosh. It's the investigation is you being closer. This would be like another
Other
perception.
Perception, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. On the bottom it says, Zickwarth, the Wise.
Okay. Quarth the Wise. Okay, I'll look over to the other side from across the room, I guess.
Okay. You have another totally different sculpture, and someone's like has their hands up like this, and there's looks like water or something, like sculpture of water kind of coming out of their hands, going up, and it's a the closer you look, it's a feminine individual.
Do I seem to notice the writing at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think this may be a hallway of remembrance. But there could be traps.
Mm-hmm.
So you got another rock, Jack?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe.
Can you throw it up to the next alcove?
Yeah. Okay. So we searched both those first ones. We're good. That's all we saw. There's a statue in the picture, right?
The statue and the plaque below.
Well, I got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw another little rock down to, I guess, the next alcove.
Okay. And there are you're at the first set of the alcoves, so there's 2 more sets
Okay.
before the final wall. You throw the rock, and it kind of slides and hits the other side. You're like, Evie's on the other side of you. Did you hear anything that time?
Oh, Evie.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay. So I'm gonna go read the woman's name.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's a name.
Pesmera. It just simply says that, and there's like the other guy's was just the script, and this one is like a lot more filigree looking around it.
Okay. So probably pick up the pace a little bit more.
Okay.
Feeling slightly more confident.
Okay.
Less skulking. Okay, go up to the next alcove and do the same thing basically, but
Okay.
with more exposed.
Okay.
I'll help him to look if he's looking at anything. I'll assist him too.
So instead of kitty cat, I'm like leaning one.
What are you doing, Lyra? You just kind of like I'm
Yeah.
still imagining you're holding, or did you put it in your pack?
I put him in my pack.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And you're just kind of like,
I'm
are you
just
kind of
following
like,
yeah. I'll look too, though. I'm trying to help. I'll fall behind.
okay. So when you say try to help, what do you just kind of just keeping an eye on the whole room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you went to the one to the right first?
Left.
Left? Okay. The one to the left, Lao Meti. And the individual is far shorter and stockier. Looks like a dwarven man, most likely, and it's just a giant mustache is the thing that kind of sets that off.
Nothing in his hands.
He's got a tome, like holding it like this and looking forward.
And is this the mural or is this the statue?
These are statues.
All statues. Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Okay. Rinse, repeat. Right, left, right, left.
Okay, so then you go to the right, and it's like the plaque says Playfins, and it's like a super you glance at it and you're like, oh, they're tall. Oh no, it's just a really like a halfling or a gnome like sitting cross-legged with really long like robes in the back, kind of as what's holding the individual up, and they're just kind of looking up with their hands kind of disappearing into sleeves.
Okay.
See the last little alcove, and I'm about to throw it just cause we already did it the 2 other times, and I look, and I'm like, I just hand the rock to Evie. I go, here you go. Give you the honors.
Okay. And she just, I'll actually have her roll. Let's see.
Hits me in the head, right in the temple.
No.
And from the
She-
scroll.
She rolled good enough. It kind of goes and hits the one alcove and kind of spins kind of back and just kind of stops in the hallway. She gets close to Chris. Did you hear anything?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
But thank you. Good job, Jay.
I'm very good at delegation.
So you start at the left.
Mm-hmm.
The plaque underneath is Mumatan, and they're looks like a human male, totally bald, and it's just kind of off-putting the way that it doesn't look like they have like eyelids the way that they carved them. And they're standing there with a wand in one hand, and then the other one is just kind of facing outward towards you.
Hey, Chris, you saw that stick you found?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
I guess I walk up and
How close do you get?
Oh,
about 5 feet.
5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd have you roll an investigation to actually compare them.
These dice are horrible. That's a 12.
A 12? His doesn't look squiggly like yours.
Nope, this one's squiggly.
But we're
I was
pretty
gonna-
sure that's a wand, though, huh?
We? Here?
What else is?
You're straight up pointing it to her?
I just gave it to her.
Okay, so you.
I was
Okay,
gonna
I'm gonna-
ask.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to cast a spell on Evie.
Oh,
Okay.
And
friendly fire.
What are you gonna try to do?
I'm gonna point it at her. I'm gonna go, Alakazam, make thee a man, and swirl the wand at her.
Roll an intelligence save.
Oh no.
A 6.
A 6.
Mm-hmm.
The wand starts, like the stick starts getting warm,
Oh no.
and
It is.
Evie like looks at you kind of like what? She's like. And then you kind of look at your hand, and the stick, like a kind of left like a somewhat of a residue on your hand,
Huh.
but you can easily wipe it away.
Okay. Well, does seem like it does something, but doesn't do that.
Doesn't look like it does that, no.
No.
She's still,
Quite a woman.
Not both of you. Come on, Jack.
Oh,
You betrayed me.
No, whoa, sorry. I'm just,
Okay.
The intrusive thoughts went out. The intrusive thoughts.
I'll be saying that as I walk over to the last statue.
Okay.
Is there any similarities between any of the statues that we've noticed? Like matching insignias or any kind of?
No. It would be the same artist because it's the same
Okay.
feel that way. There are just on the plaques themselves. It's more of like a style per person.
Mm.
So they're just different styles. So you look at the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Dironia. And then the this one is by far the largest because the all the other ones were definitely like exaggerated size because a dwarf isn't like 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
This one's well over 10. So it's like it's looming over you. There's a totally the stereotypical wizard, like the long beard, but without the hat, and his hands are outward, and he's got like a grin on his face, and he's like facing like his motioning looks like he's motioning to the door.
Hmm. And that's the end of the alcoves, correct? Now just up is the door.
Yes.
Okay. Should I throw another rock at the door itself just to make sure? I don't know how many rocks I have. Is that my last one?
And yeah, Evie grabs your arms like, go right ahead.
Thank you. And I kind of like wind up and I throw it.
Okay. It just kind of bounces off the door.
Okay.
Just stand back a little bit, like away from the ash guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Stand with the alcoves
Investigation.
almost.
Huh?
What are you gonna do?
I'm probably just gonna go up and open the door.
Okay.
I can use my wand, guys.
No.
Maybe I can use my wand on this wizard dude.
You have fun with your special stick later.
Okay. There's
wizard
no
trap.
handle.
There's no handle.
There's just looks like there's 3 slits on the door. And above the door, it says Dironia's Academy of Wizardry, Sorcery, Witchcraft, and the Arcane.
Don't worry, guys. I can open the door with my wand. Okay, stand back, everyone. I'm gonna stay in the front of the door. And I'm gonna say, Alakazam, Alakabandle, stop being stupid and give me a handle.
Roll an intelligence save.
What was the name again? Dronian? What, could you say that for me one time?
Got 2.
Dironia. So Dearonia.
Okay.
What was it?
A 2.
A 2?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're starting to perspirate,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like more of that residue after when you wipe your hand off.
I don't think this thing works, guys.
It got warm when you were doing stuff.
Don't know the magic words.
Really? I could maybe give you some lessons.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah, I'm sure she could. You're right.
She's.
What?
And she just kind of, she's like, oh, there's something in your hair. And she just moves her finger a little bit. And, like, do you have braids or anything in your hair?
No, my hair's actually short.
Short?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she moves it behind your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You're all
There's a
looking.
weird vibe now.
I feel like I'm gonna say something again, and then I stop.
Okay.
I go back to the door in question.
Okay.
So we see 3 slits, and the slits are in the middle of the door.
The door itself is pretty wide. It's probably like a 4-foot wide door, and from each side there's one in the center, and then there's one like it's just kind of split.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So, trying to think.
And all of you can roll a history before,
Okay.
because you've seen a lot of names.
$16.
16?
15.
17.
17? Okay. It all kind of clicks when you finally see that last name. Like the first name, you're like, oh, that sounds kind of familiar. Deronia. The War Mage. He was one of the main, like we hear in our history of like Genghis Khan and stuff like that. That guy's name is kind of like the war criminal of this area at that time. Like 1,000 years ago, that was the big bad in this area, because there's multiple of them, and those other names are close to that.
Did he used to be something else, but then became the war criminal? Like, did he have more positive aspirations, and then?
Well, he taught, but when I say war criminal, he's the reason why, like him and all these other people, along with others, were the reason why the Emporium and the Order was given the order to kind of cleanse the planet of the arcane.
Yeah. Okay.
And some of those names you're just like, okay, and then you're like, I'm walking in his school.
Oh no.
This is bad.
What did you find on the floor over there?
These 3 scrolls.
How many?
3.
Have you?
No, I was saving them for you guys.
3. Maybe.
There's also a quill that seems to want to write something, but it doesn't have any ink.
What do you mean it seems to want to write something?
Well, here, watch.
You set it on the ground, and
Mm-hmm.
You got any paper?
he had a whole bunch of stacks of
have-
paper back at the place that he just left.
I got my notebook. Remember?
You.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Which page do you open it up to?
Oh yeah.
It's up to you. Is that a natural 20?
No, it's a 15.
Oh, okay.
It's good stuff. It's nothing bad about anyone. It's just like,
Okay.
Probably a blank page.
And you're
Better.
and I'm guessing
Just in case we write over something you want to keep.
Okay.
and then you like you've been probably writing in like charcoal or something because ink you'd have to dry it. Does anyone have any ink?
Let me see. Let me check.
More correctly, does anyone ask if anyone has any ink other than the dungeon master?
Well, I don't think we have any ink.
No, I got a disguise kit, so there might be some makeup in there. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a thing.
If we don't have anything that could do it, no.
Do we have any abilities to make ink?
Evie grabs your hand. Don't. And then she kind of moves in her pouch and she starts pulling out probably what looks like a 5-foot long. Well, it's what she starts unfolding something on the ground, and then she just kind of looks into it, kind of grabs the edge, and just jumps into nothingness.
Okay.
And if you look down into it, you can roll an Arcana to see if you know what that is.
Yeah.
10.
16.
Okay.
16. Oh.
Okay. All of you have heard of them. I doubt you've seen them, but that's a portable hole. It's a 10-foot in diameter, and it's like a cylinder inside that looks like it's like a obsidian on the outside, and she's got crates and bags, and she's like rummaging through stuff. This should do. Like she just kind of opens a crate and there's a bunch of like paper and quills and stuff, and she kind of hands out to you, Lyra. Ink.
Thank you.
It's not special ink, so I don't know if it.
Well, we'll see.
By the way, that thing's awesome. Just to let you know, Evie, that's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Could I get some help up?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then she's totally like giving you a smirk, Lyra.
Okay. I'm going to dip the quill in the ink.
Okay.
And then I'm going to set it on the paper.
Okay. First it kind of goes, then it goes back up. It dips itself, dips, and just starts. And then when it gets to the end, it like looks like it's like raising, and it seems to want another thing of paper, but because it's your notebook, right? It actually flicks the page, and you can try to read what it's writing. Let's see here.
Observation.
It's. What languages do you guys speak?
Ice.
Sylvan, Common, Orcish, which is a
Common,
derivation of
Orcish.
Dwarven.
Kind of, yeah.
No, this was
Well, that's nice what it says there, but
it's because of George.
Yep.
Common and one other language in my choice.
Okay.
Did you pick one?
Mine are Common,
Cat.
Elvish, and
Dwarvish, okay.
Think of your village. Think of the people in it.
So, what is the other language that you'd like to speak?
I don't know what the languages
do something really obscure, so you have to
Some,
figure
like,
out a way to add
what's-
it in here.
It's probably some really archaic, like olden language, like Latin to us. What would that be?
Abyssal. Or like.
Okay, so like one of the oldest languages would be like primordial. Like,
Okay, it's probably not that one.
okay, then you've got Draconic, which is old. You've got Giant, Abysmal, Infernal, which are like devilish and demon languages. Then you've got, of course, Elvish, Dwarvish.
Oh, if I
Gee.
speak Elvish, that might get me in with Chris. It was a tough question. Do I benefit the party or myself?
You don't know what you're benefiting if you pick anything.
You don't know what language this is.
Like you don't know.
I'm purposely not describing what it looks like at all.
It's not like you like, oh, I have a choice. Nope, I'm just gonna pick one. Which-
Okay.
Close your eye and put your finger on the
E-
paper.
Either you studied something or you're around people who spoke it.
Yeah.
If you're around people who spoke it, there's like four or five languages to choose from. If you've studied it, there's
Yeah.
4 or 5 languages to choose from.
Yeah.
So first choice and then second choice.
Choose wisely.
What was it in Germanic? Or
Yes, Germans. They're in every
German.
universe.
that's one.
Sorry, what?
Man.
For the studying one,
Uh-huh.
you've got Primordial,
Uh-huh.
which is like what the Titans would have written in. And you've got
Okay.
Draconic, Giant, and then you also have like Devils and Demon stuff, which is Abysmal and
It's probably
Infernal.
one of those because these are like bad dudes, but I don't think I'd want to study that because it's demonic.
What creatures do you like?
What would interest Lyra? What
Yeah.
language is Sephiroth
Yeah,
saying to
giants, titans, dragons.
her? In her life,
Demons.
what
okay.
would
Well, what is Lyra
So
interested in magic at all?
yes, she is.
Okay, well, what
Mhm.
kind of magic? Like, does she want to be casting spells?
Yes.
What kind of spells? Because each
Probably-
language, their base goes to a different thing.
Probably
there-
like explodey spells.
Explodey spells? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, that could be either primordial, giant, or draconic. All those have explodey.
Okay, well the Draconics kind of stand out to me, so I'm gonna pick Draconic.
Draconic? Okay.
Yeah.
So you
come on, begins.
so as you're kind of looking, like, it's got some things that look kind of draconic, but it's
Okay.
not draconic.
Dang it.
You can roll. Okay, let's see here. Man, I keep thinking of my other game because I literally have a skill specifically for figuring out languages and stuff. I guess you could roll a history.
Okay.
Are we assisting her? Or is this
Yes,
just
you
in
can
her own-
totally assist,
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
and you'd actually be getting plus.
You want to see if he's helping?
You'd be helping.
So +5.
Advantage 2, 5, yeah, plus 5.
Okay, so 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Evie's really close to you.
Oh gosh. Getting a strange vibe now.
What's she smell like?
That'd be if Lyra would be sniffing her.
I'm a cat.
Just,
Perception.
Yep, you know.
24.
24.
Uh-huh.
She definitely must like wash her hair in like lavender, and then she's definitely uses different oils and stuff. She's actually a clean person. And everyone kind of notices, like, you notice there's some like abysmal in it, but you like letters,
Mm-hmm.
and then Evie's like, that looks like some infernal, and like you're like, there's some draconic. So this is a mixture of all these different languages to do this,
Oh, wow.
and it stops after about 6 pages,
Mm-hmm.
and then it.
Hmm.
Do you start
Is this-
looking at it?
Apologize. Is this the same paper as the boys grabbed before?
No. No, this is her
No.
notebook.
Their notebook, but like not the paper, but does it look similar to the writings that we saw the boys have on those papers?
It's very similar.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look to see what I can read.
Okay. Roll an Arcana. You'd be rolling with advantage because everyone's helping you.
Are all mine held in right now?
Yeah, you're.
Do I add anything to that?
You'd be adding 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 24.
Okay. This is like a spell that's just been written in your notebook. It doesn't. Because it wasn't like a magic ink or anything like that. You know that it can't really do anything,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that's a spell.
Hmm.
In 5 pages.
To do that
Yeah.
spell.
5 pages. Or is it
That's-
6? Yeah.
That's not a normal spell that we've ever come across.
It looks like the amount of paper that is rolled up in each of those scrolls.
Hmm. So, guys, should we take a look at the scrolls, maybe?
Well, you did roll a 24. It's that is the spell to summon a greater demon.
Ooh. Well, we probably don't want that.
Yet. I don't know. I've heard stories and kind of sounds fun sometimes.
Oh man.
Well, maybe we should not summon. I think.
In the
yeah,
right
but-
place, not around the right people.
You and I have different definitions of fun, but we'll get back to that later, okay?
Okay.
I mean, we already have our own anyway, so I don't know why we need to summon one.
Who?
Oh.
What? Hmm?
Man.
Oh.
Really? Well, I'm just guessing that you're holding 3 scrolls of that.
Maybe I am. Maybe you can count. Good job.
Well, have fun with your feather. And then she just looks back at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't pick up anything. Okay.
We didn't touch any of those statues. We just
Nope.
looked at them from a distance.
Yep.
So the way to yeah. I mean the door is like sealed. We tried moving it and stuff like that. It didn't move, right?
There's no handle.
No handle to even push it or pull it or nothing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're just slits. Like, what are we talking? Like, what's?
Like a slit,
Okay.
like
gotcha.
a quarter inch wide, like what, 2 inches tall?
Not resembling a keyhole or.
No,
okay,
definitely not
okay,
resembling a keyhole.
Okay.
Mm.
Are they circular? You said just slits. They're
Yeah,
just like rectangular slits.
Like a rectangular slit, yeah.
Okay. gonna say I thought it would be the wands, but
Well, there's not really. There's just an orb, a staff, a tome, water magic. There's one wand. Yeah, one wand.
Okay.
One wand, one staff, one orb, one tome. That's all they have in their hands. Rest was empty magic, and the gnome said his hands were hidden,
Like in his
like in his sleeves. Okay. And Darionus.
Diriona.
Okay. Yeah, he was just saying, "Welcome
Yep.
to my murder school."
And each one of the alcoves is just the statues. There was
Yep.
nothing else in there. Okay.
Well, every journey starts with one step. Okay. You are here. Nope. Just have a book of experiments. I don't think that's gonna.
That you haven't read or
I
anything.
don't. But they're experiments. They're not like book of keys per door for the school. I don't think that's.
Maybe there's something in there that gives us any kind of gleaning of like knowledge of this place, in general. It might help us.
Have we not opened these scrolls yet to look at them?
No.
She said they're probably the same thing.
Probably. That doesn't mean that they are. And there's 3 of them.
Mhm.
So
True.
maybe let's use our brain power here a little bit, and maybe we should just go ahead and look at the scrolls.
And I'm gonna slowly back away.
Actually, here's an idea. Why don't we, why don't one of us each, we all open the scrolls at the same time? How about that?
Why?
'Cause
Evie
it
walks
might-
over and grabs him. Okay.
Okay. Here you go, Jack. You can have the other one.
I'm backing away from you guys.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh man.
Now they're tightly rolled up,
Mm-hmm.
and there is like wooden dowels.
Okay.
Summoning a demon. Okay.
And so you have to undo this
Okay.
clasp, and you roll it out, and it looks exactly like what's written in your notebook. Except it's in a scroll form, so it's a lot longer.
Uh-huh.
You look at the whole thing, like to compare it.
No. If it's already if already part of it is
Okay.
enough, then that's good enough. Okay. Roll it back up, guys.
Oh, I don't know if I opened mine yet. I was I didn't do it in unison. I
Okay.
was like pretending to have a tough time with the strap. I was seeing how it went for her. And then
Okay,
I'm
because
like,
Evie just opens it, looks at it.
She opened the whole thing.
Yep. And she's just kind of looking at the bottom,
oh no.
Oh no.
and it kind of rolls it back up.
Okay.
What'd the note say?
Hmm?
What'd the note say at the bottom?
Or are you gonna be nice to me now?
Nice to me now? Yes, I'm gonna be nice to you now.
Oh,
Is that
She
nice?
said really.
I walk up to Jack and I go, "Was that nice? That was nice?"
and she just kind of raises her eyebrow, and hands the scroll back. It looks like you still need the material components to summon them.
Okay.
See, she can help with magic. Remember?
1 vial of humanoid blood that has been murdered.
Interesting.
Okay, I think we could accomplish that.
No.
Wait, I think I. Let me
Oh, no.
let me double check that. But it is.
What? They're bad people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
they
thought of
have to be.
your last companions. I kind of sweated. You know, it took me back to that conversation.
They're fine, I think.
Oh, sorry. A vial of blood from a humanoid killed within the past 24 hours, not murdered. So there's a difference.
Okay.
Oh, so if one of you guys or somebody else dies, we could summon a demon. Is that
Yeah.
it? That's the only thing we need?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Well,
See, she's good
Are
with
we-
magic.
yeah. Dude.
I can do a couple things, but I never went to that class.
So, but we're not wanting to do that to open this door just yet.
I'm just
We're not.
And those were just
No.
kind of randomly underneath a desk as well.
Yeah. It's not like a. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know.
I mean-
if it's-
Have we
think-
investigated the door yet?
No.
Okay. That's
Okay, so we're gonna help you investigate the door. So.
So
That
everyone's
might be-
getting really close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
21.
21. You're like, you get super close, and there's like, kind of, like engravings around each of the slits
Mm-hmm.
that look like swords or knives going around.
Okay.
Shall I stick my sword in it?
Why are you talking like that? You have a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
We both have rapiers. Are you gonna Three Musketeers this?
Yes.
What kind of weapon do you have, Jack?
He's got a dagger.
I got my rapier.
Oh, okay.
We all got
so we got
rapiers.
the Three Musketeers
Ah.
this thing. Okay.
I guess like this seems really stupid. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay. Demon scrolls and magical paintings and a murdering
Yeah,
wizard
this
from the
isn't-
past.
This isn't stupid at all. This isn't every day.
What are we?
What do you...
Remember the thing? One step. Ready?
Okay, ready?
3,
Yep.
2, 1, go.
All at the same time?
If we can coordinate that
Okay, so
successfully.
everyone roll a dex. Let's see
No,
here.
no, this is so dumb. This is really a bad idea. This is so bad.
Let's do a dex
Okay.
save because you're trying to do it as fast as you can. A save should be better than a check.
You said deck save.
18.
20.
16.
Okay.
All right, you all and Jackson. "Oh!" And as you insert all your blades at the same time, you hear a and the door just kind of.
Told you it wasn't stupid, Jack.
He let it. Everybody carries a sword. Why would he do this?
That's a valid point.
That's true.
That is a valid point.
There's a reason
And then
why.
Evie just kind of
we
walks
failed.
by. Did you notice how long it took everyone? She just starts walking.
You knew? This whole time? You knew how to get in the door?
No, she apparently did. It's magic. See, she's good with magic.
Well,
And as you're walking by, you see in the door frame it says don't miss your moment.
Oh.
And then on the other side it's all about
No,
timing.
one shot.
Yeah, both of
Chance,
us.
go.
Both of us
You better
immediately.
lose.
Yeah.
You
Like and it says timing is everything on the left side, and then don't miss your moment. Like
Mm.
once the door is gone, you're like
That sounds trappy. That sounds really trappy.
Yeah. Everyone be on
Did he-
guard.
Did I grab another rock from the ground somewhere and try to
Yeah,
throw it in there?
you could have
Honestly,
you could have a pocket full of rocks, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I walk here. I'll pick up the one that she threw on the ground.
They're right by the
So
door.
that she had thrown last, and throw it in there. 'Cause
Okay.
That feels really trappy.
And she's just like, do you just want rocks, or do you want something else to throw?
Well, I mean, this seems. I don't want to make this a big deal or nothing, but experienced adventurers such as ourselves, you just have to be careful. I mean, if you have any other suggestions, I'm just.
Yeah. And then she just kind of goes into her pouch, and she has a handful of ball bearings.
Oh yeah, that works.
Do you want some?
No, I mean, you can throw it out. You can be in charge of it. I wanted to make sure we're being safe. I mean, I'll take a couple. Whatever. Okay.
Okay, you've got like 50 ball bearings like in your hand.
Okay. And I'm gonna throw. I'll throw one of those into the road then.
Like it's totally dark. Like you guys stepping through. Like
Are we stepping through yet? Are
Yeah.
we crossing the threshold?
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
the leader.
Okay. Yeah.
okay, so after the door kind of like disappears, Evie walks right past, and then you guys walk. And did you follow?
Well, I'm like, oh God, yes, of
And so,
course.
and like as Lyra was like the last one, but right before you start hearing and you step quickly, and you hear a cuckoo behind you.
Oh no. Missed our moment.
You have a feeling that you would have somehow had to have stabbed all three of those at the same time, alone,
Okay.
if you wouldn't have stepped
Okay.
through.
I could think of a couple. I could think of.
You got 2 hands and a
I
foot.
got.
You're fine.
And I got a mouth. I have options. Okay.
Yep.
Not the end of the world. Let's keep going.
Yep, and it's totally dark in here. Do you throw a ball bearing right away?
I'm gonna put my blankie on.
Okay,
And I'm,
so you're pulling your blankie out, and as you're pulling your blankie out, you're hearing a. And you're kind of feeling like gusts of cool wind. And then there's a. Right in front of you, there's definitely an arcane circle that just kind of appears. And there's something hovering inside the circle.
Uh-oh.
how far is the arcane circle from us?
It's probably about 60 foot straight ahead, and that's where the light is coming from. It's like a reddish orange light.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, and it's dark besides the red coming from that thing.
Correct. And the ground itself does not look like it's pavers or anything. It looks like it's like unworked stone, but it's still smooth.
Okay.
I have my bow out, just to let you know.
Yeah, I feel the hairs tingling on my back of my neck right now. I'm gonna get a little bit ready, just in case. Should I look at you guys? I'm like, I got 50 of these things now, so I just start. I mean, I gotta get rid of them.
You're just gonna
Just
chuck
don't make us trip.
No. I'm not gonna throw them all at once. Should I throw one out? I don't want to like set something off and destroy everything, but
Yeah, it can't hurt anything.
Okay.
So you throw a single?
I throw one of the ball bearings straight down that way.
Okay. Ching, ching, ching. And then once it hits that arcane circle, you're.
So we cannot step inside the circle.
Do I see where the ball bearing goes?
Well, it was at a distance, yes. And then whatever hovering in there definitely moved when that happened.
Uh-oh.
Hmm. Oh no.
Okay, do we know what space we're dealing with?
You've got about like a 10-foot radius around that circle that's putting off some light.
So even with like night vision, we can't see.
It's really freaky.
Okay.
Darkness.
Magic darkness.
Does any of the arcane symbols mean anything to us? Or you said the arcane symbol itself mean anything to us?
You're pretty far away from it. You'd have to get closer.
Okay.
Oh,
If I can't see anything, I'm moving forward.
Yep. I'll move forward, but like on the edge of the wall. Like,
Okay, you start trying to go toward, like, there's just the wall behind you, and how far do you want to walk?
well, I'm not moving up by myself. Are we all kind of moving up a little forward just to.
Is this
I
blanket
am.
casting anything?
Well, did you start doing your blanket?
Yeah, I wrapped it around myself because I'm completely blind besides the red light over there.
So is everybody else. So you've got that
Yeah.
light, and the ground below you is like, now you're seeing the stone itself. All of it has like inscriptions on it.
Hmm.
Guys, get under my blankie. Look.
I don't think there's enough. I mean, I'm fine.
No, I try to spread it out as far as I can. And be like, look,
Okay,
on the
well,
ground.
it's-
ground.
Like about like a candlelight. And then Evie's like, "Can I have my brooch back?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, that. I thought you said.
I wanted it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Here you are.
After he does that, and like I start seeing the inscriptions on the floor, so I push his head down further so
Okay.
I can look at the floor.
Okay, looks like there's writing in just spirals that like look like it's nothing, and then it keeps going out, and then it hits about yay big, and then it's like overlapping in spots. This would have taken a really long time. And you're
Does it
looking
remind me of a certain piece of parchment written in blood?
at, kind of,
Okay.
but it's definitely engraved pretty deep.
Okay.
And there is like dust around, like it's yeah.
I don't think this room is very sane.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody proceed with caution.
Okay.
And is it an empty room besides? Do I see anything else with the candlelight of my blankie
No,
in there
it-
besides these?
It's you're doing your candlelight kind of up, and the room just seems to grow almost.
Hmm.
You're just like,
Okay. This is eerie.
we got just a few minutes too. So, do you guys head towards the?
Yes,
Yep.
with caution, we
Yep.
do.
Okay, so you're stopping like 20 feet from it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What in the?
He disappeared!
Preston's gone. Oh
Necklace of greater
Yeah.
invisibility!
And re up here. Okay, I'm back.
no!
Okay, so you get about 20 feet from that, what you know is like an arcane circle, and that shape inside looks like it was like a kind of a billowing flame from a distance. You're like, that's not flame, it's wings. And they open up, and the individual spins around, and we'll start there next time.
Oh,
Yay.
no.
Yay!
It's either really good or really bad.
It's bad.
It's
just
probably
bad.
bad. Cannot catch a break.
Oh man.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We Three Musketeers did.
Yeah, it's true.
And we didn't get blown down the hall. We didn't get destroyed and
Yep.
turned to ash. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
good, yeah.
We actually looked at the door.
And Lyra and Evie are becoming friends.
Yep.
I know, there's a
Oh,
weird,
no.
there's something going on there.
Yep.
It's a little strange.
Okay. So we'll start up there next session. And so see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.